the last video before the grand reveal on this Sunday. Obviously this one's going to be the last thing that I put in my tank, where my new dragon is, and that's going to be the lights. Hey, what's up guys, Abhishek here from AV Studio, and in today's video we're going to talk about the kind of lights that are there in my tank where the new dragon is. So people talk to me about lights, they ask me what light should I get. This morning somebody asked me as well the same question, and mostly the question is for golden arowanas, what light should I put in there, and especially if it's a golden haired arowana. Well, my take on that is that irrespective whether you have a golden arowana, a golden haired arowana, or a red arowana, or a super red arowana, or whatever red arowana, or whatever golden arowana, the light to use is very simple, and I have some very clear specifications on that, and this has been given to me by reputed farm owners, people who've kept fish for a long time, and this is something that most international hobbyists use as well. And what they really use is a particular type of light, and that is the T5 white tube light. Mind you, it's a tube light, not an LED. 80 watts or 54 watts depending on what's the size of your tank, because you want it to be really bright, and 10,000 Kelvin the temperature. That's pretty much it. That's the light you want in your tank 24 hours. So that's what I set out to put in my tank. So I looked around a lot to find out these T5 lights for 10,000 Kelvin. Now I used to have T5 lights, but they were 12,000 Kelvin. They are Aquasonic, Super Sun and Super Plant lights that I use, but they were 12,000 Kelvin, and I was told very recently from the farm that I bought my fish from that I should use 10,000 Kelvin lights, and that's what I set out to look for. And eventually I found something which is really good. It was by Boyu. I got that from Aqua Nature in Borivali West in Mumbai, and it was a 4 light fixture. It's a planted tank fixture, of course, because mostly a lot of planted tanks have the T5 lights. It had 2 white lights and 2 actinic blue lights. It's a great light. Okay, it's 10,000 Kelvin, it's 54 watts. Obviously I preferred the 80 watts, but 54 watts was good enough as well, and I fixed that light. The only challenge that I found with that light is it was 4 feet, and my tank is a 5 feet tank. So I put the Aquasonic lights as well into the fixture. So I had 2 10,000 Kelvin lights and 2 12,000 Kelvin lights, but of course I never really intend to use the 12,000 Kelvin, because obviously it's higher than the temperature that's there. Okay, so I started using the lights into the tank, but I found them to be not bright enough. One, because it was only 54 watts, yeah, only because I prefer the 80 watts. The other reason being it was only 4 feet compared to my tank being a 5 feet, and I used it for a few days. It was good, it was giving decent results, but I was quite curious to find out if it's possible to get another light which is probably 5 feet. And that's when a very good friend of mine, who's also a fellow hobbyist, Swaminathan, he suggested that there is an online shop called Umino, and I should go check that out. So I'll leave a link below for that particular site, and once I went there, I found that it was a really good website where you can buy all sorts of accessories, but what really caught my eye were the T5s. They've got a company called Hopar. I have not really heard about the company before, but they had various different lights of all sizes, all kinds, all colors, and all wattages. And while searching for it, I found a light which was exactly what I was looking for. T5 white tube light, 80 watts, 10,000 Kelvin, 5 feet. So then I realized that of course this is the light that I want. So I went onto the website. Of course I was on the website, so I tried to sign in and try to buy it, but it was not allowing me to sign in. It's saying you're locked out, temporarily your account is not temporarily your account is not available. So that was a bit of a bummer, and I was like, what's going on? And it was a Sunday, so I couldn't even get through to them because they only work Monday to Friday apparently. So the very next day I called the guy up, the number that was given on the website, and he was very helpful. He said that the website is, there's an issue with the website, so you can place the order with me, you can tell me what you want and I'll get it for you. So I sent him the link of the page where that particular light was, and of course I did a Google Pay, and in no time the light was with me. Once I got the light, it was huge, and that was one of my worries really, because my tank is 60 inches and they said that the size of the entire the fixture, of course, because it's like a planted tank fixture, as you can see I'm unboxing it now, you will see soon that it's like a planted tank fixture, and it's big, so I wasn't really sure whether it would fit on the cover of my tank. So that was really worrying. So as you can see, the outer cover is out, and then if you see inside, there's a lot of thermocol that these guys put in. I think as you see that while I'm opening it, they've done a really good job in putting the fixture together. The packing is brilliant. They just wanted to ensure that nothing goes wrong and the lights are safe inside. So that was really well done. The packing was fantastic, and I would 100% recommend you guys to go to Umino online and buy your T5s from there, because I think these guys are really great. So once it was out, if you can see, it's like really big, and I wasn't sure whether that would fit into my tank, and I was not going to try doing any of these. So I called up the guys who generally put these things together for me, and what I realized while looking at it, because I took the fixture and I kind of kept it on top of the cover just to see where it would fit, and my hunch said that I needed to drill a hole or make a hole towards the side of the top towards the side of the top, because there are switches inside, because the planted tank fixture, so the switches are on the fixture, right? So it would be very difficult for me to reach out to them, because they would probably just about fit into the cover. So of course I called these guys, and they were willing to come in the next day. They came in, they kind of looked at the light, they put it in the cover, and they realized that it's, of course, just about fitting in the cover, and there was no ways I was going to be able to switch that on and off without having a hole or a drill done on the side. And they very promptly, these guys are very helpful guys, they went ahead and quickly made the hole. As you can see, the hole is being made there, the light put in there, multiple wires, they tied up the whole thing really well, and then we put it on the tank, and it was fantastic. It was bright, and it's just going to do exactly what is required. So what I do nowadays is so basically even this fixture had like 4 lights, of which 2 were actinic blue and 2 were white. I left the actinic blue as is. I kind of turned the tubes a bit so that the connectors are loosened up so that they don't turn on, because the way these lights are is it's alternate. So when there are 2 switches and 4 lights, so which means when you turn on one switch, it's 1 white light and 1 blue light that turns on, and same with the other one. And I wanted to ensure that the blue lights don't turn on, so I kind of rolled the tubes a bit and ensured that they don't turn on when I switch on the light. So when I turn on one switch, it's just 1 white tube that turns on, and 12 hours later I would just manually have to turn that off and turn the other one on. So it's a manual task, because obviously there's no option for a timer, simply because there's just one plug which goes into the outlet, and there are 2 switches which work on the same plug, so it will not work on a timer. So that's a bummer. If you can get an electrician who would actually come and do the job for you of putting it together, or rather of separating it out, then it would work. But in my case, I didn't want to take so much of a hassle, I just let it be. So what I do nowadays is that in the morning when I wake up, for about an hour, I turn on both the lights. So basically one light is on throughout the night, so I turn on the other light. So I leave it on for about an hour at both 80 watts light on, and then while leaving for the day, I turn off one of the lights. When I come back home, then for a couple of hours I have both the lights on again, and before I go to sleep, I turn off one of the lights. So basically there's an 80 watt light that's on for 24 hours a day. And so that was all about the lights, and I use the Hopar 5 feet now. They're bright enough, and you can see how bright it is. And that's also giving you a sneak peek into the tank where my new Dragon is. This white paper is going to get removed this Sunday with the big reveal. Now Also, I want to tell you that the reveal for my new dragon will not be done by me. It will be done by a very well known and prominent individual who has been in the Arowana hobby, or in the Arowana industry for a very long time, and he himself will be on my channel revealing the fish. So that's going to be a huge surprise, and you don't want to miss that out. Yeah. And also, like I said, that so you want to get the notification of that video before anybody else. So if you haven't really subscribed to my channel, you might want to subscribe, just so that you'll get to see the video before anybody else, and hit that bell icon to ensure you get the notifications. So if you like this video, then please hit the like button. Now before I go away, I told you that there is a surprise coming up for you next month. So next month I'm going to be doing a giveaway for all our aquarium hobbyists, and it is going to be a giveaway of a discount coupon. Of course, there's going to be some criteria and eligibility around it, so which I'm going to tell you exactly how it will work in the reveal video, and the contest will begin in March. So make sure you keep watching my channel and wait for the surprise. And I'm really excited about the big reveal. I just can't wait to do that. Sundays just seems to be too far away. I hope you're just as excited as I am. So please be there with me to do the grand reveal this Sunday. And that's all for this video. And till I come back in the next one, thanks for watching. Peace.